Evil Geniuses have been top 4 6 times at a major, and they are very hungry to get a win under their belt. But if you're talking about hungry teams, then NiP definitely is hungry, especially against Evil Geniuses, of course, PPD's former squad. We're going to a third game here in the series. Winner will take home another 750 DPC points, but I think the pride, the reputation, means way more than any points or money can mean here in this series. Bulldog, Paladai, BSJ, third game of the series. A lot at stake here, Bulldog, and both teams looking good.
They do. They look really good. And, money or pride, who cares? It's about winning. Beating the other team, PPD beating Samael and Arteezy,
Yes.
getting that sweet revenge, especially going in this deep into the tournament. Like beating them in an online tournament, whatever. You're playing for the third spot right now, I believe, so this is important.
It is important.
Completely agree. PPD is on his point. He's on his point in the draft, in his gameplay, and also in lobby chat. He's going all out for this. He's squeezing all he's got.
Like Bulldog said, I just want to see the same stuff. I just want to see the same thing. These games are the hypest of all tournament. I think these would be top 2 of the main event for me so far. Like
top 2? What is the other one?
I'm saying
both these games.
I'm saying both of these games are 1 and 2.
Yeah.
That are,
I
so
agree
far.
with that.
Like it's just like even though it's good clean Dota, there's like little things going one way or the other that just make it extend into a 20-minute longer game than it should be, and then everything goes to shit, and just see what happens from there.
Exactly.
What are the odds that we're gonna get a game like the first 2 again, though? It feels like so far it's been very even from like the 30-minute mark. It's just been late game decision making.
I think it's pretty likely, honestly, because it's the last game and you're eliminated. So it's like a lot on the line and everyone's going to play to their 100%. And they're probably also going to play like a little bit safer than normal because no one want to be the guy who throws. So it's very likely this game is going to go long. And then if it goes long, it's going to be epic. So, that's what we're going to get.
That's what we're hoping for sure. We're about to be ready to go into into the draft of Game 3. You think we actually are going to see another Nature's Prophet? Because PPD played that real well.
Yeah, he did, but if they want to win, I need to come down there, I think, and play for him.
Maybe backseat coach him. That might help. That might help.
Suddenly appear there behind it. Knock, knock.
I just think like his focus on the lane dominating supports, like the ensuring that you'll win not only one but multiple lanes. That's what Chin and Nature's Prophet both do. So I think that he doesn't necessarily have to play a specific hero, but having that in mind is really important against EG.
Yeah, for sure.
What are we thinking is going to happen?
Similar picks.
I'm just wondering about the first and second pick, how that's going to work out.
Yeah?
Because I think that it's been hard for them to find a hero for Samael. Like it's pretty uncomfortable for them. Like half the games this tournament, they've ended up having they're just sitting there, right? They have a lot of time, but it's like they pick a queen, they pick a puck. Like eventually, it's like, yeah, I guess we pick Mirana. You usually do fine on that hero, but it's not really game winning, and they lose lanes to those heroes. So it's a bit awkward for them. So I don't think they found a solution to that yet.
Yeah, what do you pick from? Because right now you kind of have Arteezy as your carry anyway, so you can play anything. You don't really need to play that hard carry. Like sometimes they play T or something, but I don't know how good that is. Like you don't want him to be the main carry anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem when you first pick a core is when you have first pick, you get 3 response picks. Your second, third, and fourth pick are like after the other team's picks. So usually you will be set up to win 2 lanes. But when you're first picking a Terrorblade, that opens you up to have 2 counter-picked lanes rather than 1. And that just, when the other team also has last pick, I feel like it's something where EG is prioritizing getting their heroes over that disadvantage. But it's something that is shown in these games, and NiP has done a good job capitalizing on. And it's just a matter of if NiP is going to give it to him again.
Yeah, I'm curious because EG really have been playing 2-1-2 like kind of hardcore. They're not rotating as much. I'm just wondering, you said TA, right? Like if you could just end them up on a lane dominator like Templar and like at least secure, because not many heroes beat Sumail TA mid. Like if they ban out Huskar, like he should be fine. Like he should do really well. If they could work out something like that, or just be ready to dual lane for him. But I don't know what type of heroes he plays for that.
Is that Ace? That's scary.
No, that is PPD.
PPD? Oh, edgy. He's got a brood mother on him.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Where's your Nature's Prophet?
I don't do tattoos.
Okay. I am very curious about what's going to happen in this third game, and we must not forget that this is just for third place. I say just, but there is still also the upper bracket finals today as well with Virtus Pro and Team Secret, which is expected to be an amazing series as well. So it's a pretty good day of Dota 2, if you ask me.
And a long day of Dota 2 as well. A lot of games. Like this series has gone on for like 2.5 hours or something like that, and it's only 2 games. What is happening?
What is happening? That is the question that we're going to ask ourselves as we head into the third game of this series. Ninjas in Pajamas, Evil Geniuses. We got NiP on the Radiant side with first pick going the way of EG.
Both teams are prioritizing the same thing as always. Radiant second pick for Ninjas in Pajamas, all 3 games.
EG did the exact same bounce, right? And they do have first pick.
I believe so. Morphling Axe. Actually, they banned out PL previous game
Oh, okay.
at third. The Centaur was at that game banned out by NiP themselves. They banned out the IO, the Arc Warden, and Centaur, so they get an extra ban, as in compared to what they did previous game.
We're thinking about Terrorblade right now. Do we ban him? And they don't ban him. Just pick it again. We don't care.
All right, let's see. Who is it?
Easy
It's
Terrorblade. Yes.
Now again, here we go.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's a Phoenix.
Run it back.
Yeah, go again.
Let's go again.
I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say Bane.
Yeah, you think so? I kind of works out.
Something's telling me.
I think what might be switched out here is the Batrider. I'm not so sure. I think probably they will want another counter. Didn't look too amazing that game. Yeah, there we go.
How did I know?
97% is just a number.
All right. So EG are probably going to ban out Chen and Furion here. Like they're done with PPD securing a lane that easily.
And what would he play then? Like just an ogre or something?
He could, but it's definitely not the same.
You can play Chen again.
It's banned.
It's already gone. They
It's
make sure
banned
it's
at
all
Shaver.
done.
Oh my.
Shaver!
Well, I only just got back, dude.
Wake up, it's game 3.
Yeah, it will probably be an ogre or something like that.
All right, if that's something that you think that EG is going to remove from the game, what is something that Ninjas in Pajamas doesn't want to face from last game?
I think it's more difficult for them. Like I don't think they thought EG's drop was that good.
Yeah, like you don't want to ban a Tusk or something, right?
Yeah. Like I guess you could ban the Tusk. Okay, so they do the same thing. They're just gonna ban out Batrider. And I guess maybe Tuskar. And I think I like this from EG. Like just shut this down.
Let's see if NiP has a third hero in mind that will do the same thing.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like.
Wait, maybe you can pick Undying then?
Yeah, but they're still not as strong, you know.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Enchantress?
Yeah, honestly though, yeah.
Enchantress.
No, it's actually I like it.
Why?
No, because he can also take the TB illusions, and he tanks Roach. He does that for the Drow Ranger. You can Roach easily.
It's a
And he
similar idea
does,
to Chen.
yeah, he does dominate the lane. Like that's the most important part.
Does he still do that though, or she?
She. Don't assume the gender, please. But
Like that hero got so many nerfs.
what they do?
They reduced the movement speed a lot. And the
bit of
shot on
base
creeps are
damage.
well. It's like way shorter. Like you can't really apply it on one over and over.
But she's still fast, right? It's like a 315, 320.
Yeah, something like that.
So like you just skill heal and you hit them.
Yeah.
I believe it should work out.
I'm just thinking of like what other hero is there in the pool that PPD can play that's similar. They might just
think
default to
it's-
Ogre like you guys said.
Ogre Undying.
Ah, all right.
That's not a PPD hero, right? There's no way he plays that.
But it's the exact same 3 heroes, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
it
Do they
is.
go for Tusk again?
I don't know.
I think he only did it because of bad. Like I think they pair pretty good, like really good in the lane. I think S4 needs a good hero now because he's been struggling like quite a lot in the early game. He was like 0-9 on Centaur and feeding on bad. I don't really expect that from S4.
No.
That's something I more expect from BSJ playing or something.
It's true.
That's why I don't play offlane. Stick to one role, stick to maybe 2 heroes, maybe 3 on a good day.
Oh, this sounds like someone else.
Yeah, Arteezy. Yeah, if he can get 3rd place in a major, it's inspiring to all the hero spammers out there.
No, I think Tuskar's still okay. Because the weird thing, like the Tusker should open up, like you can play these melee heroes that go Crimson versus Drow. So you just get in on in the laning phase. That was it was a little strange they picked Bat last game. Because they really didn't need it. So if Panda is still in, for example, they could just go Tuskar Panda here. I think that's alright.
Dazzle's still in the pool as well.
Yep. Lina was banned out in the second phase as well last game and is still in the pool this game.
That's actually a hero for PPD, Dazzle. He's kind of similar. Now it doesn't dominate as hard, but like it's pretty good.
I like Lina or Brewmaster for EG. I think he's pretty good. I don't know if they just pick a support now though.
Definitely thinking about it.
Radiant team pick. Lina.
Lina.
There is that Lina.
I mean, it's
Like-
supposed to go be good versus Egg and stuff, right? But
Yeah.
for me, Lina as a hero, like Sumail plays, I think the best Lina. So like they got something going for them there. But she dies in 4 hits to Drow or something, like 1 stun from Earthshaker, and like the Egg comes and you just
Yeah, it
Just
could still
running
be position 4 though. Like it's not that uncommon. You just put her on 4, just hit the enemy hero in lane. It's pretty annoying to deal with.
5 seconds
sure.
remaining.
What are the odds they pick a Sven like 3 position, pair it with the Lina? Just something that stuns in the laning stage to set up this Lina, because you have the Bane Nightmare, but I don't think you want to have like, if you have the 4 position Lina, you don't want to have the 2 supports be like the only playmakers on your team.
I'm just worried about their fight. I think it's gonna be way harder to fight this Phoenix with that.
Heller Titan.
That's good. No, Saxa actually. I don't know if I guess PPD is playing this. I don't know.
Who's PPD playing here?
Yeah, it's a really good hero this game.
I see Fog cheering for that Elder Titan.
Yeah. Okay, so they went
Brew?
Brew.
Yeah, Bulldog gave them some coaching right before the game. Lina and Brew, as you predicted.
And just pick them and win. I was talking to Bulba. I told him to pick it.
Just win.
Hands up! Hands up!
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
what is PPD playing? Is it the Elder Titan? Is it a
Who do you want
5
farm
Earthshaker?
on? I
like
think
the
you want
Dazzle fan.
Phoenix more farm, right? A farmed Phoenix is better than farmed Elder Titan?
Yes. Yeah, I think you can play ET more like just sit back and like cancel grip, stomp all the illusions. I don't know about the lane though.
Yeah, does he know how to play it as well? Like Elder Titan in lane is super strong if you know how to play it. Like you stack a
I
little
think
bit and kill him.
you have to stop doubting PPD at this point. Like every hero, you know, he picks that Prophet and like. you know,
I doubted it. I doubted Chen as well. I've
Yeah,
been doubting.
I doubted the Shen too, and then I learned my lesson.
Well, I won't doubt him anymore.
Me neither.
So what is that last pick for the teams? What do they need? A mid laner for Ninjas in Pajamas. A Fata hero. Something that works well with a Drow Ranger. Would the Visage again be okay?
It's okay.
I think that hero struggles a lot against Lina mid though, right?
He struggles versus everyone mid. It's kind of his problem. He's really good versus Lina later on though. But as you said, I don't know if they're sure that Lina is mid either. I think they have to wait for the last pick before they decide. Could still do just Brew Lina often. I think a Silencer is still in the game. It's very good against NiP heroes.
Like Silencer Bane, you don't really have like a 4 then. Is the only
Yeah,
problem I have with
you
that.
could also go for a Nyx if they could fit it in the lanes here. Like it's really good.
Evil geniuses turn to pick. Radiant team pick.
All right.
Is that 4?
I think it's a 4 Lina. I think it's
Yeah.
3 or 2 Kunkka.
Yeah, me too. I don't know how much I like that. I think the Lina mid was actually pretty good here.
Salam? Alright.
It's time to counter
10
pick right in.
seconds
I
remaining.
actually like Storm a lot. It's not been doing that well this tournament, but
Is it a Fata hero?
But if you pick Storm, they might just put Kunkka 4 and Lina 2, because Lina does really well against Storm, right? In the laning stage.
I don't know. Like I don't think she dominates in that bad. But you're right. Like maybe they want to be a bit safer in that sense.
PPD, the mastermind, what will he come up with? I feel like something weird is coming.
Might just go DK again.
What's good versus Panda? I mean, I like Phoenix already versus Panda. I think Egg is really good. But the thing is though, like if they put the Lina mid, are they doing Kunkka Brewmaster offlane or something?
Yeah, that doesn't sound that good. Let's see.
They're tanky, I guess. Because they're definitely thinking about TA here. That's well versed both. But TA as a hero later on doesn't really do that much.
It's
There
the
it
storm.
is. Pick up the storm.
Let's see who picks Lina for EG. Do they adjust? I have to believe they have this. Nope, they go for the Kunkka mid.
Because I think Storm can do... This is a hero draw, like when you give up the lane like they did last game, and you have a Storm, that, like if he does okay in lane, like every Storm we've seen so far has been absolutely dumpstered. 0-5, ending up 0-9, like 4-9. It's been bad. But this game, I feel like it has potential.
All right, gentlemen.
BSJ will start this time.
Yeah, so you know what not to pick?
Yep.
You know, I feel like NiP, this has been their series, and I'm just going to go with them. I feel like PPD has brought his A game on the drafting, and I'm ready for them to take this series.
I actually think EG's lanes are way better this game than their team fight. It comes down to this Phoenix, but I was not that convinced from last game. I think EG's got this.
Yeah, I agree. I think EG's got this as well. I think Sumail or Fada will struggle a lot mid. Like any rotation mid from Crit or someone, and Fada is dead, and we're going to have that 0-5 Storm again. Oh, EG.
All right. Well, let's find out what's going to happen in that third game. I'm curious to hear what our commentary team thinks about this third game. Owen and Fog?
Yeah, it should be a fun one. It's good to see sort of the standard approach from PPD. You know, he's just lost with a Drow strat against a Terra play, but he says, no, I can beat it. I'll let it happen again. They take a similar opening approach. But some new heroes, the Elder Titan and then the Storm. You guys have you kind of doubt the Storm, but it's understandable. Storm's not done too hot.
I'm sure you're pretty happy with the Elder Titan, Fog.
I'm happy with the ET, but this time they don't have this like overwhelming push strategy with like a Visage that just like kind of crushes stuff, and they don't have the super dominant team fight this time. Like EG, they drafted a lot of team fight and catch this time, so I don't know, we'll see.
We'll see what will happen. Take it away, gents. Game 3.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. It's game 3. Evil Geniuses up against Ninjas in Pajamas. The game to see who's going to remain in the competition and see who is going home. And we've got a lot of fun going on here. There's a lot of team fight potential from NiP with the Shaker Phoenix that we saw a glimpse of in Game 2, but now with this added Elder Titan on top of it all. But EG with some good countermeasures to it. The Rum we can expect to come into play from Sumail's Kunkka down the line. The Brew S4 Brewmaster could do so much to disrupt these attempts at fights. And NiP, as we say, resting their hopes on this last pick, Storm. The pressure is on for Fada. Can he make this hero work?
Absolutely. I mean, I just was checking the stats. This hero won 25% of the games out of 8 games. So, yeah, not doing the greatest.
Let's have a look. Oh, nice bit, friendly bit of chit-chat before the game.
How nice. Nice 1 HP mid. Look at that. See, it's just pure respect. And crit tips fly. And you know why crit tips fly? Because he did the Bane sleep. So yeah, they're all going to tip it. All right, so this time around, I do agree with what Pi was talking about. I do Fly saving the day. Yeah, see, mind control knows too.
He's bang on. He
this
absolutely
time,
did.
I do think EG's lanes are quite a bit stronger. That last time, I mean, the Tusk Bat Rider, the thing is, like, these heroes, Tusk and Bat, they're weird. We don't see them that often because they can be hit or miss. Like EG, they had that, of course, super fortunate situation that happened mid, and they kind of snowballed into this nice win for them. This time now, they have this big team fight. They've got this Brewmaster who can be really, really potent. And I mean, I'm wanting to see what PPD can do on the Elder Titan. We'll see how much pressure he can actually apply onto Arteezy and where he actually decides to put himself. Is he going to be laning top? Is he going to be laning bottom? It's going to be bottom.
Okay, so sort of offering that backup required for Ace's Drow. I mean, last game, we did see, NiP with the Drow lineup, they had a brilliant start. Ace he was pretty much on top of the net worth for the entirety of the opening of the game until EG really managed to hit back and start to swing the game back around. He played it perfectly on the Drought.
Yeah, he did have a Nature's Prophet securing his lane, though. That is the one big difference. We're going to see how much PPD can do as this Elder Titan this time around. Just getting that spirit going, getting the punches going, making sure he's stacking those camps. The most important thing as ET is you stack your small camp, stack your hard camp every single opportunity possible.
So this mid lane matchup, Sumail versus Fadas, Kunkka versus Storm. How do we expect this one to go?
Because he's got Drower, it's only 2 damage in the beginning, but I mean, I think Fada should have a pretty decent time in this matchup. Because he can put the pressure onto a Kunkka quite a bit until the levels start building up. Once Kunkka gets some levels, once he gets higher level Tidebringer, those denies will definitely start to play a factor. Fada uses quite a bit of his mana on that first 2 waves, though. Pretty much every single remnant to secure last hits.
Sumail quick salve back up to full. Fada pops a mango.
Yeah.
And top lane, at the moment at least, Sax is going to be here. We are going to see a
Look at
movement.
this. Mind Control's actually walking to mid.
An early rotation in an attempt to block Sumail off, as they'll get the
does get the
Fisher.
block.
Have they got enough damage to get the kill though? Fada, he's got another Mango to pop if he wants to try and chase this. He won't, he'll just be happy with pushing Sumail out of the mid lane.
He's going to miss 3 last hits from that. Fada, will he get all the denies? He's got 2. Will he get the 3rd? He can.
Can't get the range sweep.
That was kind of cool there by My Control, sacrificing himself a bit there. Then he makes sure actually to block the pole camp too while he walks back top. So it looks like this time they're prioritizing some more levels on Soxa to put the pressure on.
That's never a bad thing to do. We've seen VP do this in the past. You know, sort of give that little bit of an early XP boost to the Phoenix, so you have that favorable damage to throw out against the Terrorblade in lane.
Yeah.
As the pressure on once more for Arteezy to see if he can carry. He did all right against sort of this duo in game 2. Certainly was not as punished as heavily as in game 1 in the lane. So we can expect similar results, I feel.
Yeah, he did lose his tower relatively early on, but...
Yeah, but he was able to still get good CS.
Absolutely. I'm mostly just watching this bottom lane, seeing how they can actually, you know, secure Ace's farm. As right now they're doing a pretty good job. The Elder Titan just kind of spamming out those spirits. He hasn't gotten a chance to stack the camps because we do see that ward that was placed by EG. They actually blocked the small camp, so there's no pull available, there's no stack available for that one. And PPD doesn't even opt to try to stack that hard camp here. Yeah. My Control's last hits much less than what they were last time.
Yeah, it took a bit of time to leave that lane. And that has allowed Arteezy to say have even a better time against these 2 heroes. In the first 3 minutes at least, he's second highest on the CS. Mid lane as it goes, Fada 17 for 4 against Sumail's 12 for 4. That bit of a lead down to the fact that Mind Control did make that rotation and managed to push Sumail away from a wave.
Yeah, Kunkka, once you get a couple levels too, it's like that Tidebringer really starts to add up for the denies in particular. But Storm, you can always force the lane in too. Like he's got Drow Aura and he's got just the constant static remnants that keep the Kunkka a bit under pressure, and Rune Control will be in Fada's favor as he's checking top. Will he get fortunate with the Rune here this time? All right.
Oh,
it's there.
It is there.
Sumail gets it.
Sumail will be able to punch back, and indeed Fada not able to refuel his bottle.
And Sumail will X himself, TP back to base, pick up some more items, and yeah, Fada has to be pretty sad about that one there. Arcane Rune also, of course, working on your Tidebringer, so he can use that one in favor for his lane too. Try to keep the harass up if he wants to.
That bottom S4, trying to get aggressive onto Ace, goes in with the clap. PPD managing to distance crit though, so you don't have sort of the 2 of them going on the same target at the same time.
Ace's farm is being slowed down a little bit here this time around though.
They've got the Fisher, they've got the damage, Arteezy will fall.
Damn.
And NiP get first blood. It's a strong dual lane.
Yeah, they switched the priority this time on PPD. He might just get crit here.
He will.
He does.
The punches with that damage that he'd obtained from the Spirit. A good plus 69 bonus damage with that Astral. It's top. Flight. The bounty rune. Mind Control is looking for the chase down, and Fly may have got the rune, but will almost certainly pay with his life unless he is able to continue to keep the distance. They're bringing over Sax as well. They want to chase for this one, and Flight has not got enough mana to TP out.
He's wasting a lot of time though, but they will get the kill.
And they go, give it to Mind Control. Extra bit of money for the Shaker.
And they get a nice party shrine coming out here. All 3 of them going to efficiently use that one with Fada as well. So we see Mind Control. He's not getting the most last hits up top, but they're threatening kills, and they're prioritizing Soxa getting levels. So level 4 Phoenix, level 3 on that Earthshaker. So that high magic damage is always something you want to see. When you're playing versus Terrorblade, having this is fantastic. Just a very squishy hero, at least in the health aspect, that is. I mean, armor, sure, hero super tanky, but magic damage early on is what you want to thrive at. See, Sumail hits level 6 because Fada made the rotation out. So now Fada has to actually jungle for a bit here at risk of dying.
It's crit. Walk himself into PPD. PPD out of range of the Light Strike. Distance will be kept. Sumail, see if he can do anything here with the Invis rune. Fada not quite level 6. But he'll simply come in and reveal himself. Doesn't feel that he would have enough damage. Even with the ult.
The double bracer build is so ridiculous. 1400 HP on Kunkka.
Oh, spawn lane S4 getting aggressive onto Ace. They're able to bring him down. Crit with a light strike finds the kill onto the Drow. With Fly's presence, they surround PPD2, looking to chase down another. Again, Crit with the stun control will help bring PPD down. EG will strike back on the bottom lane.
We see them do this a lot, right? They just like, they get killed up top, and then they're like, all right, you know what, we have a Terrorblade. Terrorblade can jungle just as fast as he farms in lane anyway, so just rotate and try to put pressure on the opposing carry.
They certainly have to do this. As we saw last game, if they are unable to slow down Ace even just a little bit, the game, it gets into very dangerous territory for them. Ace will allow this lineup from NiP to potentially run you over in 20 minutes.
Yeah, and like the build that he did in the last game was fantastic, right? He went for the Dragonlance into Shadowblade, and then he was getting involved even before he had that Shadowblade picked up, because he knows that Arteezy is just going to be jungling because he's a Terrorblade. He needs a lot more time as a TB in comparison to a Drow to just show up to fights if you get your 6 on Drow early, which, I mean, Ace is going to get anyway pretty early on in this game.
It's looking to be another game where NiP are on track to take an early 2 on top mid lane. Harder. He's got mana left in the tank to keep the distance. Sumail can't quite get the catch.
And we've seen those last hits heavily catch up for Sumail.
Yeah.
That's kind of expected. And NiP, they're looking to pressure top tower as they know TB's jungling. They want to try to get themselves some type of map control advantage. Just take advantage that this TB's jungling too. Crit, he's going to be the one to soak the lane for now and try to slow down that pressure coming out. Might get punished here though.
See, it's mind control. And Saxa diving in. Nice strike's going to be off the mark as they keep the distance and take him down. Bottom lane, S4 starting to force Ace away. He has got the primal split ready, S4.
He's not quite level 6. He might just leave this and just go jungle like he did last time. So similar situations happening from both sides. I mean, a 1K advantage though for NiP. Even though last hits are slightly favoring EG, they have this like different type of dispersion of last hits on the side of NiP, where it's like you see the ET has some, Phoenix has some too. Also those 2 kill benefits on top.
We're seeing both tier 1s getting very close to falling either side of the map.
Who's going to get deny? Mind control, will he get this last hit? He's got the totem.
He's trying.
Crit!
Oh, mind control will be able to claim that top tower, as indeed Crit getting very close to being able to deny it.
I love that voice line. Shocking.
Bottom lane. Quick sleep to hold S4 away. You can tell that S4 and Fly are looking for an opportunity to get in and find a kill with the split.
Saxa already he's level 7 on this Phoenix already, because they gave him so much top, and then Ace leaving the lane as well. They're just really prioritizing this Phoenix levels this game. They did give him a lot last time, of course, too. They gave him that bottom lane pretty early on, but this time they're really, really giving Saxa the best start possible. His bottom. He's got stick charges for that egg. He's considering it here.
See how much he can poke out of S4.
They're playing with each other here.
He's going to force the primal split to come out. Crit's going to be there with Fly, and with those 2 heroes, they've got enough to bring down the egg. As Saxo, he was just sort of hoping to bait out an ult and a retreat, but it wasn't going to be the case. We are going to see NiP try and punch back, though, even after losing Saxo, but Sumail, he's there with the control. They'll torrent up PPD. EG gets a double kill for Crit, as NiP choosing to take a very awkward fight off the back of Saxa, making a bit of an aggressive misplay.
Yep. Doing it way too close to the tower there. Just the quick TP responses from EG. It is giving Mind Control an absolute free farm top, as he's got the treads, he's got level 7, halfway toward that Blink Dagger. But Sumail very significantly farmed. He doesn't have the boat
tanky.
up. Gets hit by the stomp, but there's very low mana on Fada. Can they actually try to threaten this? I don't think so.
Yeah, Fada doesn't even want to try and commit with the mana that he's got left. He knows that this is pretty much an impossible kill between the 2 of them, without the ult yet being online for PPD. Bottom lane, EG will try for the tower, but Saxa does get the deny. Does not have a dive, though.
5 mana for Laguna.
EG can run him down. They'll have it, and indeed, Crit's got the mana. EG get the tower denied away from them. They get themselves a kill.
Arteezy. Fada's down here, but they don't actually want to try to threaten. Top, though. Mind Control. Rotation from the Kunkka.
Dragging back with the X mark into the boat. S4 here as well as Mind Control. Very few ways he can play his way out of this one. He's trying his best. Torrent's going to be off the mark. Mind Control is going to do his best to hide. He has got an Echo available. He is surrounded, does have the mana with the Sorin, but he knows that it's very hard. I mean, Mind Control, he'll finally fall. Didn't want to try and commit the Echo for a play against the three of them.
He didn't have any rotations coming up. Like last game,
totally
he had like Ace kind of coming up there early on, or Fada with the Visage coming up, but this time he didn't have the backup, so he didn't want to use that Echo Slam, as no one's there to help him. Back and forth we kind of go here, but Arteezy at the top of the net worth this game in comparison where it was Ace last time, who's having a much better time jungling since he got that level 6 so early. It's very important for him. Ace this time, yeah, got slowed down, so not having that marksmanship at that same timing doesn't allow him to jungle nearly as fast as a Terrorblade. And immediately, EG, they're smoked and they're hunting.
They've got the grip from Fly. They've got that way to open up, and straight away flies in with the grip.
And the Shark.
No chance for Ace up top. As EG, they're keeping tabs on the Drow, and they're keeping Arteezy well ahead. As NiP very much relying on a good team fight, you know, to sort of break this advantage that EG is getting.
Yep.
As playing from behind is never a good feeling with a Drow lineup, and the question remains, have NiP gone a Drow strat too far?
They're going to have to wait for the Earthshaker with the Blink Dagger, because this game, it's not the same. Because last game, they had Nature's Prophet and Visage, which allows you to force down those tier 1s early. So this time around, they're going to have to get these a little bit later on, as the gold's going to come in a little bit slower, the map control is going to come in a little bit slower as well. So these tier 1s are going to be up a lot longer, which allows EG to make these constant plays around the map and respond to any type of movements that NiP has.
Saxon on the way back from a warding mission. Fly won't quite spot him straight away. There's another ward placed down. Saxa still keeping himself out of vision range. They're not aware, as he will get those wards down and get out. They will find him though. He actually TP'd over to the shrine with a Nightmare.
God's caught mid-dive.
Cancelling the dive, crits in with the burst. Laguna to ensure the kill. May put Crit in a bit of a scary position though. As with the shrine nearby, Fighter quick with a TP in to make sure they can find a trade. But EG, they're actually bringing in Sumail and Arteezy for this fight. The poke will not hit. As Mind Control able to blink out, starting to back off. They get on top of him though with the S4 Bruise Split. Mind Control will die as EG are able to invade this half of the map.
And this time they're able to involve the Arteezy, while in like last game it was Ace getting involved a lot more in that Drow Ranger. Just having this much more overwhelming team fight this time with the Brewmaster, with the Kunkka, it gives them these options to kind of invade earlier on and put the pressure onto NiP, unlike that last time.
I know it's certainly sort of less than a 1k gold lead and a 2k experience, but you can't help but feel scared for NiP when you see Arteezy Terrorblade being ahead already.
They do have heroes that are very good versus the TB this time around though, right? They have the ET, that aura, always going to be a significant factor. They have the Storm too, who is enabled, because he's got that mix magical and physical damage. So if there's just a Spirit on top of that TB, his magical damage will be amplified, and he's also got Drow aura. So it's like this overload procs are going to come into play, and he's got that extra bonus damage. So they can look to hunt Arteezy a bit here, but not having those early tier 1s makes it a little bit harder.
Well, get themselves in. As for grabbing Bounty Rune.
2 for 2. Looks like it's going to be just a straight BKB rush on Sumail, as physical damage, it is a bit limited. It's just really mostly the Drow Ranger. Sure, Storm Spirit can punch a bit through, but you know, if the Rum is applied with a BKB, as long as they don't get like full comboed or something by that Earthshaker.
Surprising there, Dozer Plus
nice.
giving quite a sizable prediction in favor of NiP, 70% at the moment.
Especially when Storm Spirit's been losing like most of the games, right? Very interesting. The jump forward, Sumail.
They need a lot of damage though to bring
got him
down this
slapped.
Kunkka. They do have the control. The Earth Splitter comes out onto the three of them. Sumail will fall. Get the one. Vote from the grave though. Comes down PPD, trying to back off, and will manage to escape. They get that Kunkka kill. It's a big one.
Ooh, Mind Control. Almost gets caught by that stun. A lot going to come down to these initiations. Another thing we have to point out is, sure, Elder Titan, he's great versus Terrorblade, but it can go vice versa, as when you use Reflection, you get that natural order for your team as well, as long as it's whoever's around that ET2. Yeah, crazy amounts of team fight on both sides this time around. It should lead to some exciting mid-game. As they have Bruce Split available on EG, so they're looking to make plays, and with Kunkka, they can always make plays. It's got such a low cooldown on that Ghost Ship. They just want to keep making space, try to give Arteezy all that farming potential. As Mind Control, he's kind of stalking Arteezy, who's sitting relatively low up top.
Will show himself to clear the wave. The rest of EG on the hunt. Saxa alone.
They've got this one ward
We'll
placed.
see Saxa. See if they were happy settling for a Phoenix. And looks like they will be. Straight up with the grip. Saxa will get caught out. So, I mean, it's just a support, but at the same time, every time they can sort of take away an element of this team fight, they know that NiP is going to struggle to deal with EG then sort of taking that kill and turning it into an objective.
They get to sleep on PPD, but the buyback from Saxa, they want to take this fight.
He does get too close as he's just getting burst down. Fada now trying to turn things. This is 2 buybacks used here by NiP in an attempt to turn things around, but EG, they're already starting to back off. As can they actually catch anything here, NiP? They'll get a tower deny at the least, but EG more than happy with that one as they force out 2 buybacks, and very little is found in return by NiP.
How much do those cost them? 300 on the Elder Titan, 262 on the Phoenix. 560 gold total. And it's a Bruce split down. Well, NiP, they still have most of their fight available. And Fada jumps long forward.
Looks towards Crit straight away. A Nightmare comes through, but will not save him. Fisher from Mind Control finishes off Crit.
They've got all their ultis on NiP. They're fine with trying to take these fights.
Yeah, Peter doing a grand job of scouting out any that were hiding in the trees with the Astral Spirit. So Sumail unable to come in with a surprise play with a Torrent boat from the side. NiP stand strong.
They want to try to guard this tower as long as possible, even throwing the boat out to try to stall.
Clear out the creep wave. NiP already bringing this tower very low. Will happily stand ground and take this tier 1 mid away from EG. Mind Control to get the money. Arteezy, BKB gold, under 1,000 away.
Very good BKB game too, as long as he's not under vision and he can get it off before he gets jumped, or, of course, like we saw last time, a beautiful Bane sleep that can come into play and kind of turn everything around. But especially if PPD can ever get on top of these heroes, that's the one big thing for the Elder Titan. Is like, we're talking about physical damage, it'll start to build up on the side of NiP with that Drow aura getting higher level once he hits level 12. It's also if PPD can ever be in that front line, if he can itemize, if he can get himself like a Glimmer and just run in, or one of these type of items, he's going to be quite poor this game, but if he can get on top of that TB, their damage is going to be really damn high. As mid, S4.
S4 doesn't now split back up in time. Fada did use a lot of mana for this though, and Sumail will try for the grab back, but Sparta's there with the quick zip. As he will be able to keep himself safe, and in fact, NiP, off the back of taking down S4.
They still got their ultis.
They'll see if they can try for more.
Low man on Fada, but he's probably going to shrine up before he tries to make a play here with his team.
EG do have the high ground.
Spirit
Jump
sees
forward.
fly.
Mind Control, three-man Fisher, loads it up, ready for the setup, and the follow-through's there from Fada. Zips in immediately onto the 2 of them. Phoenix Egg being committed as Sumail and Crit will back off. In fact, with the turnaround, Crit, he's able to just look straight towards Fada and burst him with the Laguna Blade. They'll still chase on. Mind Control blinks forward, really wants this kill onto the Lina, will get it, but now EG can fight back. Crit buys back immediately. The sleep from Peter will hold back S4. So Mind Control can keep the distance. Crit with that buyback will not be able to find the lockdown onto MC. MC still happy to play around. He has got that Echo Slam ready to go.
These 4 positions are just very farmed in this game. Lina already with that Arcane Boots, Yules, just catching Fada a bit off guard there.
PPD, go for the sleep on Arteezy, go for the TP out, nothing in range in time to hold him back. So we'll be able to play his way out of that one. Ace, Shadow Blade complete.
Lane Saxa has to be careful not to get Yules.
I've got the setup. Crit, has he got the timing? He certainly has. He does not have a Laguna Blade.
He's tanky.
Yeah, Saxa's going to be able to dive off, and now with the turnaround, Mind Control. Echo Slam straight on top of S4. The Fisher down onto the other 2, but Sumail doesn't get caught out. So he leads in with the Ghost Ship. The silence from Ace does cancel the Fiend's grip, keeping Fada fine. There's Fada and Ace now looking for the retreat. Fada low on mana, uses the last remainder of it. to get himself far enough away from Sumail. 2 for 2.
EG has these 2 BKBs now online, so Sumail does use it there, but Arteezy is able to save it a bit longer. So the difference this game too is that NiP, last game, they were kind of on a clock, right? They really wanted to kind of keep that momentum going, keep the pace going, because they have this Visage Drow. Yeah. This time around, it is a Storm Spirit who's farming pretty damn well, that can definitely farm into that later stages of the game and threaten versus TB.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's 3-1-4 at the moment, Fada. This is definitely one of the better Storm openings that we've seen with this hero at this round. A lot of times we see it get maybe a couple of kills at the start, but then he resorts to jungle and he's always playing from behind. See this again though, Saxa just tanky enough, as we say. Laguna Blade wasn't quite back online, and MC quick to jump in and commit to make sure that they can get that guaranteed kill. Ace is in place to stop Fly from setting up onto Fada. And Fada just able to escape. Didn't have much mana left, but it was enough.
PPD. We'll get set up here. That Aether Lens plus Yules on crit. He's got the Laguna this time if he wants to commit it, but they've got more than enough backup to... Okay, never mind. He's gonna
yeah, crit doesn't want to mess around there. Tried to leave it for Sumail, but...
He looked like he was walking up and he was going to get it, but no. Crit takes it.
You got to play fast at these points and...
Look how farm this
kills
Lina
a kill.
is. He's catching up to his Conga.
He's picked up 10 of the kills.
Yeah.
He's 10? He's got a lot of action here,
he actually does have 10.
10 of the 15 kills. Crit getting the final touch too. ZG keeping themselves poised over NiP's half of the map. NiP themselves will find a chance to finish the tier 2 top.
Fada had the Bloodstone queued up, but because he just got like Yules comboed and just died twice just because of all the catch that EG does have, looks like he's queued up the BKB. That's going to allow him to just like, they already have this like overwhelming team fight. Now he can just like go into the back lines. If he can just focus fire this Lina, could be pretty significant.
And with the ET aura and the Drow aura, he's got the damage.
He's got the damage.
He just needs to stay alive and be able to get on top of them all. Fly. With the setup, he has got a Fiend Script if he wants to go for this. PPD is there from the side, so can look for a Stomp to help things out, but S4 is already out with the Primal Split. PPD attempts for the sleep, it holds back Sumail, but with the split already out, Arteezy and S4 can chase down PPD and find the Elder Titan.
He protects his 4 position though. We see how much Saxa is worth right now, has 2,300 gold in the bank. PPD will throw his life away for that one gladly. Very close game here this time.
Arteezy still a huge threat and closing in on, I believe, the best man to BKB Tummings he's had this series. He's just getting so much more farm earlier on in this game 3.
And they've given him a bottle. He's got a DD now too. And he's parked inside that Roche
Do they want to try for this? There's a lot of team fight from NiP.
A lot of scout too. They've got Elder Titan, one of the better heroes that actually just constantly throwing that spirit
in there.
They
do have good deep wards around sort of this area, EG. So they'll have good information on whether a player is coming towards, but if they go for a smoke around here, this could catch them off guard.
It's a smoke on smoke. All about that high ground, EG. They'll claim it themselves. Smoke gets broken. Crit.
They're going to jump straight away. Looking for the Lina, taking crit out of the fight. Crit's gone. BKB is committed by Fada, but so is from Arteezy. With the BKB double damage, he's moving forward. Fly tries with the grid, but Ace gets the silence up. It doesn't matter. The damage from Arteezy takes down Ace. He'll look towards the egg, but he knows that they can't take it down. They'll back off for now. Fada trying to play around with S4. S4 able to slow him down with the Drunken Haze. No attacks flying through from Fada for now. Arteezy wanting to go back in. He's got the full Manta. He's got the damage onto Fada as Fada's out of mana. Fada cannot escape. Mind Controller in with the Echo, but the Torrent! Sumail puts Mind Control's combo to a halt. Buying time for Arteezy to get the Sunder off. And Sumail, he's not done yet. Come back here, Mr. Peter Pandam. I ain't done with you. As he sets up Arteezy for the ultra kill.
DD Rune in the bottle. Look at that damage. He did everything. That was without their Bruce Split available too. There's way too much damage coming out from this Terrorblade.
As the Drow lineup.
They got on top of her.
Absolutely, no, Ace just in that middle lane in that position.
Look at Fly's positioning here. He gets the Fiend's Grip, and Fada had already used the Vortex on crit, so he zips to try to help Ace, but he's got no way to stop that Fiend's Grip for a bit. Majority of it goes off, and then Arteezy with that BKB can close the gap. They run away from that egg perfectly as they disengage.
Fada trying to go back in onto S4.
Yeah.
He feels that he has enough to get back in there, but you can see already Arteezy, he knows the mana's low on this Storm. With the reflection now, they have the vision. Saxa tries to TP forward, but Fada, he just doesn't have the damage on his own to kill off S4. It was a great attempt from MC to swing things around, but that torrent from Sumail
So
just
clutch.
in time, giving RTZ that chance to get the Sunder off. And we can always expect to see very nice Nightmare saves, but a smile there from Crit indeed as he sees that turnaround play being made by Samael.
He's like, all right, if Storm wants to use a zip forward and a vortex on me, then we can get that control in the back lines. Fada does have to watch out his, you know, he's gone for this more of like, this, he's got Kaya, but he's got BKB, so his mana is kind of limited here until he has this Bloodstone finished up, or whichever item he chooses to go for next. Has to be careful. As Arteezy, we see that net worth, it's up there.
Absolutely massive.
Yeah. Has an Arcane rune now in the bottle too, another very useful rune on a Terrorblade. I guess like the least useful rune is like an illusion, or an invis rune. Everything else is pretty damn good on TB. As they still have this one ward down, and they see Ace farming. They want to try to threaten him here. Gonna go for this top tower push. They've got meta available. They've got all their ultis available on the side of EG. Same thing goes for NiP though, as they look to try to set up. They're smoking.
Roshan still stands.
They've got a full Shiva's Guard on Saksa, so this is pretty damn strong here for them.
This is a good position for them to wrap around from.
Gonna have to watch how My Control can get the Echo Slam off.
We'll see the Crit heading over. They know exactly where EG is. Crit and Fly standing together. They'll reveal themselves as Fada tips in with the BKB. Commits onto Crit with a Nightmare. Buys some time for Crit. He's able to use himself off. He's not dead yet. Finally, will he fall? He does go down. They get the Crit kill, but it takes so much time from NiP that they have to back off now. That was a lot committed. Pretty much the entirety of Fada's mana pool for just the Crit kill, and they can't stick around for more.
BKBs were not popped by EG either, so they were patient there. They know that that splitter was used. Crit's getting picked on. You know, he said he had those 10 kills, but now he's also got the 7 deaths for his team. They're really focusing on him quite a lot as Sumail X's himself away from that bottom lane.
I think, you know, EG, they are totally fine with this. I mean, this is a game where you look towards Sumail. He's very close to having a Halberd. Arteezy, as we've seen with the BKB, Manta stuff. Both of these heroes have only died once so far this game, and it's just so hard, really, for NiP to get on top of them with the positioning that EG are pulling off this match.
And now as soon as they get the Vlads, that's the time that they make the way into the pit. They know they have infinite sustain inside of that Roche pit with this item.
And NiP, they're in no position to get over here.
They're gonna know it's up though.
They've got to go.
Peter Spirit does scout it out for a moment. Fada is at half mana. He's gonna TP though, but it's dying very quickly. Can they make it in time?
I don't know if they can. Fly. Holding PPD away from the pit. As Roshan, it's all evil geniuses. They get it, and now they're ready to fight EG. Jumping forward straight away on top of PPD. Dragged back into the combo from Sumail as they'll send him up into the air. S4 has more than enough control. Crit says, that's my kill. He's able to take it with the Laguna Blade. As EG just getting away with objectives. Ace trying his best to get something out in return, but there's a Nightmare. There's also a grip. Fly, he can buy the time to lock down this Trout. Trout does have buyback though. Saksa heads in with the Shiva's Guard and the dive. He doesn't commit yet with the egg. There's enough is there from just that Sunray dive combo. So you put EG off from committing for more.
They moved so quick to Ace there. It's almost like they knew that EG was setting up for the kill there.
Does he want to try and fight this? He's got a lot of backup. Ace is on his own, and Ace will quickly go for the TP out behind the neutral creeps. Getting back to base, BKB finished on the Drow, so Ace will stand more of a chance in these fights.
How's Fada's Bloodstone? Still quite a ways away. But incredibly close game. I mean, the gold, sure, Arteezy, he's super farmed, but for the rest of his team, I mean, it's 4 heroes for the side of NiP with just a Kunkka in between. S4 definitely getting slowed down quite a lot as this Brewmaster, but his job is just get the split off.
Still Dota Plus, liking out of NiP. I feel like they're underestimating this Terrorblade. Or maybe feeling that, as you say, there are sort of sufficient counters in the game to deal with the Terrorblade. We'll see. Arteezy, he's nearly 6K ahead of anyone else in the game at 30 minutes in. This is an incredibly big Terrorblade, and in the other games, as we've seen, even when he does not have a crazy start, He is so hard to deal with in the later portions, and this game seems to be going that way.
Yeah, and he's got protection too. Like, he's got this Vlad's aura from the brew, but he's also got the rum. The rum is one of those big things you have to be able to keep track of in the play. Sure, ET's going to make everyone do a lot more damage if he's on top of him, but ET getting on top of a Terrorblade in this type of game when he's a 5-position ET is just unlikely. Sure, he can apply the magic damage aura amplification with the Spirit, but his own hero walking in is going to be way too difficult as a 5.
We'll see how much EG can get done with the Aegis on Arteezy.
And they still got like 2.5 minutes on it. So Arteezy just constantly sending illusions. Illusion top, cutting the wave. Illusions mid to try to farm up here. They do get stomped, but yeah, just constantly sending those Manta illusions as well as those Conjure images to keep the farm up for himself.
We'll see. I'm interested if Ace does commit with this build. He has queued up the Aghanim Scepter on the Drow, so down the road, maybe preparing for the fact that they may have to play with sort of a racks down against them and having a way to clear through the TB illusions with that split shot.
I think that's the big thing. It's also pretty good versus the Brewmaster split. You can actually just focus them down, try to hit them, and your little bit of, I guess you could say, cleave damage on the Drow could be cool. We'll see if he changes it, though.
He's a long way away from it.
Yep. Sox is level 19 in this game on the Phoenix, the same level as his Storm Spirit. Pretty crazy. My control only level 16 on Earthshaker. They're focusing a lot on making sure Soxa can have like the best game possible. Has a Halberd finish too. High level egg plus a Halberd could turn the tides in the fights as long as they can make sure that Arteezy or Crit are not just focus firing it. Because Crit is also, they're focusing a lot of farm on this Lina, making sure that she can kill the egg too. Incredibly close game though. And that is the Bloodstone, I believe, finished on Fada too. And he's going to pick that one up. So if they can get some momentum kills here on the side of NiP, that could be a big factor. Just allow Fada to like zip into the back lines and then choose the targets that he can go for, killing these supports quite quickly. Also a nice regen rune top. NiP doesn't aware of that one though. Trying to force the issue here as they have 45 seconds left on that Aegis.
Looks zip in onto Arteezy, but as you say, but he has the Aegis still there. They won't want to fully commit for the Terrorblade. Go for the quick Sunder, so he can stick around on the front. But NiP certainly finding some farm out on the map whilst this occurs. Ace inside the Dire jungle, and Mind Control did push out that top lane a little bit. Get that XP working his way towards the level 18. Wanting to get the BKB done next for the Shaker too, so he always has that guaranteed opportunity to walk in, get his combo off without really being worried about getting sent up into the air by either Crit's Yule Scepter or S4's Primal Brew Split.
Initiation and counter initiation is going to be huge in this one. It's like if S4 is able to get his split off, if Sumail is able to get the boat off too. So yeah, vision factor on NiP going to be really important. If they can see those two crucial heroes, could be quite massive for them.
Out of the base they go. NiP ready to strike, but Arteezy does have an Invis rune at the moment. Sentry is down. Arteezy will walk under range of it. I do see him. Still not an easy target to jump, and he will not do so.
Bounty rune's coming up in about 8 seconds. I think that's why they're just trying to focus on getting those, keep their gold going. Very high stress game. This game 3, an incredibly close series.
2 bounty runes apiece between the teams.
Looks like BKB the next choice for both offlaners, just wanting to make sure that they can get their ultis off, get them every single time. Both on my control as well as S4. It's really so much about that initiation on the fights, like we're saying. Just these two heroes, so crucial.
How do NiP strike back? Because it really does continue to feel like it's EG with the superior control of the map. Arteezy just being able to get away with whatever he wants, all the farm in the world. It's going to be good timing on the butterfly into Skadi.
It is mostly just him farming, though. You see that, Kunkka? He's still staying in between the 4 heroes of NiP. But, I mean, Lina's also farming pretty well, but S4 in the dust.
It's not going to be easy to kill him, but it is possible.
Yeah.
They have that huge combo. If they can get on top of him, but there's still ways to play around it. A Nightmare into a Sunder. The rum from Sumail.
Has the BKB out of this Yules. We'll have to be...
Yeah, pop it straight away, but Arteezy, he's already down the back lines looking towards PPD. He's charging in with the BKB and takes down the Elder type. BKB is committed from both sides.
He saved his meta, but did have to use the BKB.
Understandably, the pace of this game slowing down for both teams. Everything on the line in this game 3. Neither side wanting to make the risk of making that game-losing mistake.
Yep. And we've seen these Terrorblades. Like, sure, it might be a solo carry Terrorblade in a way in this game, but he's amplified by his teammates getting these items for himself, the Vlads, the AC, and whatnot. We've seen this TB carry by himself time and time again. And we have seen the item adjustment, of course, by Ace. You know, I was looking for that butterfly MKB.
Would have been fun, but...
He might still change, but I think this is probably just a little bit of a better option. As it helps his Storm Spirit a lot more.
Yeah, he didn't really sort of have that damage item. The Aghanim's would have really sort of added on. Oh, Courier? No, doesn't want to risk it. He's out of there. He's spooked.
He gets spotted as well, so yeah, he's a bit scared. Almost that, I mean, full AC coming out
EG, they're on the high ground. We're going to see NiP try and lead him with the Earth Splitter and the grab straight away, but the sleep indeed, buying time for S4 to potentially get off the split if he wants to. He's going to get sent up into the air by the Yules from Mind Control, but now Mind Control just gets turned upon immediately. The Metamorphosis is out. 2 buybacks are having to come out from NiP as they're just getting overrun by EG. Arteezy does not have the vision for Ace. So Ace will be able to escape with the Shadow Blade. Arteezy has been disarmed, runs back into the safe hands of Crit and Sumail. Still though, S4 playing around with Mind Control, but he's already out of there with the Earth Panda. They don't want to fight for more. EG, they'll take that.
Yeah, 2 buybacks. Absolutely.
And close to Roshan coming back up. We're going to see it back in a minute.
They've just been doing such a good job. I've been seeing this so much from RT. I mean, he's played like what? I can't even count how many Terrorblade teams in this tournament, but just making sure that all the lanes are pushed in. He sends Illusions top, sends Illusions bottom, and keeps his hero mid.
Another attempt here from
keeps the pressure on.
He did zip for Sumail. Sumail will go for the X mark, and Fada will not feel confident going up to the high ground blind.
Yeah, they keep this map control going, and that's going to allow them to more than likely secure this Rosh in 40 seconds. They don't have the primal split, but it'll be up when Rosh is up.
They won't have the meta. Meta will still be down for 50 seconds after Roshan respawns.
Yeah, look at this though. Crit position top. They keep drawing the lines. Just keep these side lanes. Keep every single lane pushed in onto NiP's side. And PPD, he's getting caught again, and he used buyback.
BKB is going to be committed by Arteezy. Wants to get PPD out of the match. Knows that no buyback for 70 seconds.
That's going to allow them to go for the Rosh, even if they don't have the meta. No Elder Titan, that's a significant force for NiP.
So Arteezy sitting on 6.4k gold.
Jeez.
Skadi is bought up.
Farming so fast. Just so much space on the map. Just, yep, every single lane pushing it onto NiP's side. Time and time again.
It just feels so hard for NiP to make a play happen.
Yep.
I don't think the plan was to be in this position when Peter decided to attempt a Drow strat again against Arteezy's Terrorblade. As they're playing pretty severely from behind now. G into the pit.
They kill this so fast too, with how farmed Arteezy is. He's got a Vlad's aura too.
So these wards as well. Giving EG all the information they need to know that NiP are not at the moment heading towards this pit, so this will be a free Roshan for Evil Geniuses. Aegis and Cheese to them, and they can immediately look to fight. You already see S4 with the haste rune, the classic, straight away looking to start things off. He tries for Ace, but Ace with the Shadow Blade will be forced up to the high ground as well. He's going to be kept safe. Fada, he's trying to poke back at this. He has got an Arcane Rune active at the moment. He's sent up into the air by the Yules.
Can they control out.
They're going to try and turn. They've got the silence. Mind Control goes for the echo, but it's not enough damage. The Sunder as well. Arteezy, he gives his life for S4, but it's going to potentially cost him his own. The Osprey is going down, but Arteezy with the BKB. He keeps S4 alive. Sumail will fall. A buyback comes out from Fada as Arteezy will finally lose the Aegis. The split's still active as S4 can look to go hunting for more here as they control Mind Control, throwing him up and down. He gets the blink off the back of his own Yules. Saxo as well able to TP back to the base. A Fissure trying to protect Ace, but Arteezy Hurricane pikes himself over the Fissure, brings down the Drow.
And there's no buyback on the Drow. He's down for 70 seconds. They used Fadas as well.
A lot of buybacks. Buybacks coming out from both sides. Sumail and Crip buying back into the game.
Mind Control hesitated a bit on the Echo Slam, thinking he might not need it to bring down this brew before the split happens, but he ends up, I mean, he did need it.
There's the push and Saxa. Love to dive away, Fada. Trying to go for the zip in. That play as well, Arteezy giving his life there, feeling confident he had the Aegis, knowing that if he can keep S4 alive, allow S4 to get the split off, they can take the fight. But now Arteezy, he's zipped in, they have the control, the sleep as well, Mantis!
He gets the Sunder again!
Arteezy, he's alive! Takes out Mind Control! He'll be X back to safety by Sumail, but Arteezy, he wants to keep going in, moves in with a BKB, has to respect when the BKB does run out and will return to hitting away at the racks. No Mind Control for 80 seconds. EG have the space to take the bottom set of racks.
They pass him the cheese too, just in case.
As NiP really playing from behind now.
He has double the net worth of the next hero on this Terrorblade. 14, 1, and 4 on RTZ.
You let him play that Terrorblade, and he certainly will. Arteezy giving us the carry performance that a lot of the fans will have expected to see from him on the main stage. This time he is doing it at 11 out of 10. This is Arteezy at full power. As Dota Plus has realized its errors, 83% now, as it says for EG, is EG already straight up to the top racks. They're looking to take more, still 25 without the threat of Mind Control. As this Rax has got as well, Fada will try for the lead in. He's committing straight away on top of Sumail, but Sumail gets the chance to put the BKB. The boat's going to come down as well. That stun, it connects on PPD. It hits Fada too. Fada will be able to zip back to base. But now Ace, the Sunder aggressively used by Arteezy, brings Ace down. The torrents there onto Saxa. As Ace and PPD do not have buyback. Saxa does, they have the three of them. But that top Rax gets beat down by EG. EG now 2 sets of racks up against NiP. 20K advantage.
And they've got meta.
They're not done.
No, they want to close this one.
EG. Is there any stopping them now? At this point, Mind Control is in trouble on the side. The BKB committed by S4 is on top of it. The light strike from Crit. Do they have the vision? No, they don't. Mind Control will still get out of fish. He gets the blink out as well. Turns towards the TB. Echo slams out, but the illusions with the Skadi slowing him down. Mind Control is dead. Fada, the final attempt here from his storm. It's not slowing them down as EG, they take the mid-racks. The damage now onto the tier 4s. 20 seconds until Ace is back. They have no splitter, they have no supernova.
They've got the grip on Fada on the bottom too.
They're trying their best, but indeed, again, Sax is caught out. Fada gets bursted down. GG well played is called as Evil Geniuses will move on here at the Malaysian Major, Kuala Lumpur Major. And NiP reached the end of the road.
EG just, it got to a point where Arteezy's the only one farming on the team really, but that's the only one they need to farm. They completely suffocate NiP inside of their base. And just an incredible performance. Too much pressure on NiP to really line everything up perfectly versus this EG lineup. And yeah, S4, he just blinks in. As long as he gets the split off and Arteezy's in that front lines, they have no way to actually bring him down. It gets close to them killing the Brew a few times, but this Terrorblade just...
Absolutely.
It's too big.
I mean, I think, PPD knew he was taking a risk with this draft.
Sure.
He wanted to be adamant and to prove that the Drow can work against the Terrorblade. But Arteezy's Terrorblade was just too damn strong, and EG as a team just too good at playing around him, keeping him alive, making these clutch saves come off time and time again. You let yourself have a real challenge by letting this Terrorblade get through first pick, not batting it out in the first phase. We'll have to see sort of how teams do open the draft against EG in future series here at the Major. As the Arteezy Terrorblade, do you really want to let it through?
19, 1, and 5, 873 GPM. Last game, he also had like 850 or 860 GPM as well, even after they get that huge comeback, doing the most damage in the game by a significant margin. Most building damage too, just a clear, impeccable performance by Arteezy.
Absolutely. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. A huge congratulations to Evil Geniuses. Huge congratulations to yourselves as well. You've been a fantastic audience for what an incredible, fantastic series. From both sides, at the end of the day, EG coming out on top.
Thank you very much, Odie Pixel and Fogged. Indeed, what a series. Unfortunately for Ninjas in Pajamas, their journey ends. Evil Geniuses, however, continue. And that performance, ooh, I would say, I already know who's going to be the MVP. Arteezy played out of his mind, Bulldog. This third game really showing why you should kind of ban Terrorblade against them.
Yeah, if something works, you just pick it over and over. You know, I know that myself. If it works, and we see here Terrorblade just dominating, and you know, it doesn't matter how lane. If the lane goes well, nice. If it doesn't go well, you go jungle, and then you just get super strong, and then you just kill everyone. Pretty simple.
It's kind of how it was, Bai.
Yeah, no, that's exactly how it was. No, they have like, I think it comes down to the carry matchup because they have like, the amazing heroes versus Terrorblade, but you don't really get to see the Terrorblade. You get to see some illusions, and then you get to see a Terrorblade that's like 2x your highest net worth come out. And it seems pretty hard to deal with. That's all I can say.
It's just the map control, the lane pressure. Like the big thing about having to shove waves is that you're revealing your hero. Like you're giving the enemy team information, and Terrorblade just doesn't do that. So all of a sudden, all the fights that like EG wants to take, they get. And once again, though, just a couple little sunders here, like big sunders, but little plays here and there that result in a huge swing in the fight. Just comes down to he's a hard hero to play against, not only in the map, but if you slightly mischain your stuns or don't use all of your nukes like at the same time, you just lose the entire fight because of it. And they put themselves in that spot all 3 games. Peter was confident he could beat that with his drafts, and it just didn't work out, I guess. I don't know. That's just so demoralizing to think, like in the game 2, having that one play turn the entire game, and now you lose the series.
Oh yeah, game 2.
That's what I look back on. Maybe that's like a little too harsh on yourself if you think about it that way, but that's just, both teams played amazing. Like, it was a great series, amazing to watch, but kind of demoralizing, I feel like, if you're NiP.
Yeah, for sure.
Crazy series.
Yeah, probably the best one here, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, there's been a couple good ones, but this one, especially the 2 first games were crazy. This game was like okay, but the first 2 were like out of this world. So just some good Dota, honestly.
No, I think NiP like was really impressive. Like for me, when I looked at this game, like I predicted EG obviously, but I don't know. Like I thought they kind of had it. Like they were looking pretty good. It's just I guess they couldn't like take advantage of anything. Like they couldn't get the fights they wanted. They couldn't go for roaches.
Yeah, it was pretty hard for NiP. Like just always when you play against Brewmaster, he gets ult off, and the fights are just so hard. And yeah, we saw Lina being super farmed this game as well. So you know, I mean, it looked kind of okay for NiP because they had like really good net worth on all the cores, but it didn't matter because Terrorblade is just Terrorblade.
Yeah, especially in the hands of Arteezy, that is a force to be reckoned with. Wouldn't be surprised to see the hero getting a couple of nerfs in a few days.
Yeah.
And maybe a little couple of tweaks on the win probability feature there as well.
Well, maybe. I'm just thinking, like Terrorblade, if we're talking nerfs, like it's very hard to make that hero useless. But at the same time, like how he works right now, it's pretty obnoxious.
I think they might have to just rework him at some point, or like, I don't know, shuffle his abilities up, because the concept of the hero, he's just like everything you want in a carry. He's probably, across all the patches I've watched Dota, the most consistently strong carry in almost any meta, and he just does his job every game. And in this meta right now, all you need is a carry that's going to have farm, and he's going to get it every single game, no matter how far behind you are. And one mistake, you just lose the game, and it turns out he has a ability to swap health with you. So,
yeah.
I mean, he's been reworked many times, but still, he's up there now with the new. It's always like anything that's illusion-based, where you don't have to put your own hero at risk, is always strong. Like same with Dark Warden, you just send in an illusion. That's always going to make these kind of heroes really strong and frustrating to play against.
Yeah, NiP, they don't leave empty-handed though. They got the 1,350 DPC points, $80,000, and top 4 here at the first major. That is, with the stand-in, definitely something to be proud of.
Yeah, I do think Peter's really disappointed though. I think he actually played every game really well. Like, you might look at the score this game and go like, but I think he played really, really well.
Yeah, especially they were so close to just winning the second game, and you know, they probably didn't come in here thinking they would get 4th place, so in that sense they could be happy, but they really could have gotten further. Just that one small play in second game, it's a pretty harsh way to lose.
Obviously experienced players, but they're a new team. Like they
Yep.
just formed this group of guys. They even had a stand in the entire tournament. So with this performance, with that situation, I'm looking forward to seeing them coming up in the next minor major series.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to seeing more of EG tomorrow, see how they grow, because they've been together for a little bit. And of course, the man of the match has been Arteezy, so he deserves the MVP of the series here for this lower bracket finals. Terrorblade all the way. I mean, I guess not too exciting, but a couple of those Thunders were definitely game winning.
No, it's really like if you get first picture carry, even if it's Terrorblade, it's pretty impressive. Like a lot of those games, he's playing against some kind of hard counters, but you know he knows exactly what he's doing and comes out on top.
Yeah. A couple of clutch nightmares from Fly, of course, helping him out getting those Thunders off as well. Right place, right time, most of the time. Perfect play.
It's so weird. Like that game too, you know. It was a 3%, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's literally what has to happen. They blow everything to get him, and then
And then they don't get him.
yeah, no, this is gonna sting for a bit for NiP. It's Dota for you. This is what happens.
And
There
this
we
is
go.
his perspective, Arteezy's perspective here. He's frantically clicking. Oh, there you go.
Easy. Just click one button. Literally.
One button.
Just click one button and you win.
That was a Crimson, a Glimmer, Bane, Nightmare. Like that's his whole team coming in the clutch too. That's just trust. Like obviously maybe he's getting caught out, but that was their only way to play, and they were clearly set up on him.
And here we
getting
have
gone on.
the extremely strange egg
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
like sealed the deal.
Maybe that would have worked if you had like a Fisher on Mirana and then stun lock him. So maybe then it could work, but
It's so unnecessary because the Mirana has BKB, right? So like you just
Yeah.
no, because they were still in a game at this point. Like I actually think they might just win the game there if they have refresh roll Phoenix.
yeah.
So they had 2 chances in my head, and so yeah, it's not totally undisturbed that they go home, but goddamn,
Yeah, we saw the camera on Saxter as well. Like he did
yeah.
was pretty disappointed, the fail fish, so he did not like the play himself.
That is hindsight, right?
Yeah.
Easy to know what you did wrong afterwards, but games like this, series like this, they come down to 1, maybe 2 mistakes, and it can be all over like that, especially in the lower bracket, of course.
One button. Zip.
There we go.
Easy.
Double
Easy for
damage, right,
Arteezy.
yeah.
Game-winning DD runes as well.
Yeah.
They always gave him the bottle, which you know it just seems like such a simple thing, but you win fights. He had Arcane rune bottled, he had DD's bottled, Illusion runes.
No, it seemed they all like how the two teams work. Like EG always got control of the power runes around like I don't know 35 minutes. So Arteezy was constantly getting like whatever he wanted. But NiP were really good at like controlling bounty runes, so they were smoking a lot for that, and they got a lot of kills out of that. Yeah, I don't know. It was just 2 very good performances.
Yeah, great series to watch. Must have been a great series to play as well. We have the pleasure of talking with Crit about his performance on this series. Hello. Congratulations.
Thank you.
For us, watching you guys play and watching you guys especially play against NiP, there's some extra layers, of course, for you playing against Peter. Does that go for you guys as well? Like, do you feel that?
I would say sure, but at this point, I feel like we have a lot of rivals. I feel like there's a lot of people in the scene that don't really like EG, and I guess it kind of fits the storyline. So we're kind of used to it at this point. I would say Peter recently has shown us a lot of respect, and obviously we respect them a lot as well. You can just watch these games. We just played super hard for us to actually get something done in the games. And considering they have a stand-in and they're a pretty fresh team, that's really impressive.
Yeah, it was an amazing series to watch. I also have 3 people on the couch next to me that would love to ask you some questions.
Yeah, I can go first. Like, whose idea was it to ban the Prophet and the Shen the last game?
I think it was a Tor's idea, but I would say I didn't have anything against it because it was pretty annoying laning against both of those heroes. So when Tor suggested that we should probably ban those 2 heroes, I was kind of down for it.
Genius.
When Arteezy got gone on in the second game, where you guys got the Miracle Sunder off, were you guys communicating, like baiting him there, or did that just happen to be him getting caught and turning it around?
No, I think we were pretty surprised when they jumped him. I was pretty mad in the moment that he didn't beat Kiwi, because we sold him for quite a while, but then Tal got the Nightmare and that pretty much won us the game. So it's just something that happens when you have TB. Sometimes that's what you need to win a game, and Tal was there in the right place in the right time and made us win the game.
Calculated.
I just want to ask, do you think Terrorblade is balanced?
I don't think so. I think he's a little bit above the rest of the carries in this patch, but you also have to look at it like if you first pick a carry and you compare it to a carry that you fourth pick in a game, then there's a big difference in the counters that you have against them. So in that way, he's probably the best carry to first pick, but if you have another carry on the fourth pick, then you might be able to deal with him. And it's kind of, I mean, it's basically the trade in this tournament right now is that some team is going to play TB and some team is going to play against it. And we were happy to have TB because it's one of our tour's best heroes, but I think we were pretty close to losing because they had a good idea against it.
It's been a very long day for you guys, playing the first series of the day as well. So I won't keep you very much longer. I am curious, however, to hearing your opinion on the next matchup we have of VP and Secret.
Yeah, I think it's going to be close. It's easy to say 2-1, but I think Secret is going to win it. I hope Secret is going to win it. Actually, I want to play them in a best of 5. So if we play VP tomorrow, we'll be really excited to beat them. So I hope Secret wins so we can play them in a best of 5 because we lost in Hamburg.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you play again tomorrow, regardless of who it is. And thank you for your insight.
Thank you.
And gonna let you get back to your team. Have a good evening.
Have a good night.
And that, of course, was Crit from Evil Geniuses, who make it through. We can take a look at the brackets, because there's only 3 teams remaining in the Kuala Lumpur Major. We have Team Secret, Virtus Pro. You already heard the crowd a little bit, because they are setting up right now. And Evil Geniuses just making it through as well. Is this a surprise top 3? I don't think so, right?
I don't think. This is kind of what you expect, like all those 3 teams. Maybe LGD up there as well, but other than that, you know, they're just above everyone else, and that's why they're here, so pretty easy.
Mm-hmm. It definitely seems to, like, EG has, you know, they've fought the hardest to be here. Like, a lot of their games have not been that easy, and it's been a bloodbath. Like, a lot of RTC, like, pulling through in the end, so yeah. I'm excited to see whoever they're going to play after this game.
Yeah, I think the best thing that happened to EG all tournament was getting the wake-up call in the first round of the upper bracket. They've just proven that they belong here with that long fight. I mean, Liquid did it in TI, was it 7, right? Where they lost the first round of the upper bracket, went all the way through. So, I mean, I think all 3 of these teams, like, there's going to be 3 out of 4 teams. These 3 and LGD, I felt like were the contenders for the top 3. NiP obviously made a good run at it, but this is the Dota we've been waiting for. I feel like a lot of the top games have been not too balanced, like between the tier 1 teams and the tier 2 teams. So we're finally getting to the point where all the games are, you have no idea who's going to win.
Yeah, a lot of expectations from our next series as well, which is going to be the upper bracket finals, Virtus Pro versus Team Secret. It will happen after a break. Paul will take you through it. It should be an amazing series, so stay tuned.
But hey, listen, are you tiny?
Tiny?
Yeah, tiny.
Why?
Because, you know, you can toss your heart at me anytime, any day. I'll watch it, I'll keep it, I'll safeguard it. What do you say?
No, you?
No? I'm out of here. I'm out of here. It's the same with the pro players, it's the same with the audience, it just sucks. Hey, are you in Joker?
No.
No? Because you keep missing your spell, so take me out to a date, man.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
You don't want to take me out to a date?
No.
Are you Rubik?
No.
Because you totally stole my heart, man.
Wow. That is a horrible pun.
Are you in
yes,
Joker?
Yes.
Yes? Because you keep missing your spell, so take me out to a date, man.
No, kind of speechless.
Speechless?
Yes.
That's a good one.
Because it's you. It's you in the
Sorry, but you're still gonna take me out on a date.
Yes, of course, of course.
first one to say yes. Thanks, man. Thanks. Hey, are you silencer?
No.
Because you leave me speechless.
What?
Do it, girl. You speak Spanish fluid, girl. Can we do it? Let's go.
Okay. Hey,
Hi.
are you Tusk?
Tusk?
Yeah, are you Tusk?
No, I'm not.
Because I wanna roll up in a snowball.
Oh my god. Yes, I'm Tusk now.
You're Tusk now. Okay, that's so good. Hey, you must be Rubik, man.
Ruby?
Yeah. Because goddamn, you stole my heart.
Oh. Yeah?
Are you in Joker?
Yeah, I think.
Because you keep missing your spells to take me out to a date. Why is that?
I don't know.
But you're gonna take me out to a date.
I think so.
Are you taking? Yeah. Yeah, because goddamn, you're the bomb here. You're the bomb here too. Are you guys techies?
No. Yes.
Make up your mind, yes?
Yes.
And goddamn, you guys are the bomb here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Oh, are you sniper?
Sniper?
Yeah, are you sniper, man?
No.
No? Because you can surely assassinate my hopes of remaining single.
Single.
Still single.
Single.
I don't want to be single.
I don't want to be single.
Exactly. So we don't want to be single.